have you read this as well? That Jagex have said in RuneScape 3 they want to get away from the epic, world-ending, godlike storyline.
Yes.
And they want to get back to the kind of small-scale, local quests where you actually enjoy the world and you're an adventurer instead of like a global saviour.
Yeah. Get rid of the hero trope, the chosen one trope.
And I quite like that, because what are the most memorable quests in RuneScape for you?
Just the tedious ones, the ones that the people making it would think are boring and meaningless, because you're just helping out a local with a weird problem they've got, like fishing contest.
Yeah. Well, I mean, fishing
and
contest,
you remember those because they're unique.
Vampire, aren't you? You've got to put the little garlic in the in the tube, and then you've got Cook's Assistant and helping Zanuck in the underground stuff, the Dorga Shoon, things like that, silly local things. So I can neither confirm nor deny that I may be involved at some level with helping push the quests back toward being local hero stuff and not global savior stuff. You will find out within possibly some weeks or months. Okay, it's going to be a fun. It's going to be a fun time. But no, Cal, you were talking about Jagex's new thing.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell us about that?
This is actually really bizarre. So I was in the process of starting to write a script about how I think that old school RuneScape, because you know about the tournament issues that they've had for years. Every tournament they host is abysmal.
Oh God,
they've delayed. They had to rerun. Yeah, they had to rerun the Deadman tournament yesterday because half a year ago, or nearly a year ago at this point, it was a catastrophe. People were getting DC'd, disqualified for that, being loaded in without any of their items. It was just a disaster. And it's happened again. Like, the top PvPers got disconnected and they are just out of the tournament.
They need to really stop trying to make RuneScape an e-sport.
No, you see, I think it makes a perfect e-sport, but
they need the infrastructure.
Yeah, exactly. The more I thought about this, it's a 20-year-old network infrastructure that it's built on. Yeah. The server software is abysmal. It's basically held together with hopes, bubblegum, and shoelaces at this point.
Yeah.
I was thinking about the fact that they should start porting over their game, not changing it or anything, but porting it over to a new infrastructure. They're going to have to rework the whole back end for it. And I was thinking, if they go with a next-gen or current-gen solution to this game could last another 20 years, no questions asked.
Yeah, RuneScape has got a great foundation.
Yeah, exactly. It's got a great foundation. But the more I thought about it, and I was writing out the script, and then this popped up. Jagex is making an open-world survival game set in the RuneScape universe and built in Unreal Engine 5. As I was writing the script for this, which is really interesting because Jagex, for those who don't know, stands for Java Game Experts. They have always been focused around their kind of like Java development.
Didn't they change that to just about the gaming experience simply because they stepped away from Java?
Yeah, I think they did. But this is interesting because to jump into UE5 means that they've got a hell of a lot of possibilities on what they can do with this. Like a truly big open world. I'm interested to see what they do with it.
Someone said in the chat, is RuneScape written in Java? RuneScape is actually written in its own language called RuneScript. So it was originally programmed in Java. However, they had to make a load of changes to how Java works, do the exact things they wanted RuneScape to do. So they invented their own language, or they modified to RuneScript, which is what it was written in for a long time before it was eventually ported over. I think when RuneScape 3 came out, they went to some kind of HTTP stuff, and they did something
They went
different.
to HTML5 for RuneScape 3, but old school, you're pretty much spot on there. What it was originally done in Java, and their graphic engine still is, from what I can tell, but their programming side of it, they used a fork. They basically forked Java to make their own language in it.
People are saying in chat it was written in RuneTech, which is powered by Java, but then they write that in RuneScript. Basically, it's not like an off-the-shelf thing you can just grab. They made a lot of things do a lot of stuff to make it work.
They've basically made a higher level programming language that macros a lot of things so that you can't make as many mistakes as you would in other programming languages. It's more restrictive from what I've been told, but still very flexible in a way because you don't need to be too free in RuneScape with their code.
So RuneScape are now making an open world. It's open world survival. Because I mean, that's two of the horsemen of the apocalypse. As soon as you read open world survival game, crafting PvP, as soon as someone says they are the four horsemen, if someone walks up to me and I get this every freaking week, I'm making an open world survival crafting PvP game. I'm like, okay, cool, choose one of those things and make that really good. And then add another one, and then another, and then another. Don't just do all of them. immediately.
Although, if you think about it, RuneScape have already done all except the survival to an aspect.
They have.
So if they can nail the survival of this, they could make a really damn good game. Like I can't wait to see what RuneScape as an open world survival would look like, because they're in the position to pull this off.
If you reskinned Elden Ring with RuneScape graphics,
that's kind of what I'm picturing.
Yeah, I'll be all right with that. I mean, yeah, let's just do that. Just get some modders working on it. I'm pretty sure we can just reskin Elden Ring. We change all of the bosses into the Corporeal Beast or the Jad. We change all the swords into a Bandos Gold sword. Done.
Yeah.
Pretty much sorted. An Elden Ring demake. Oh, that'd be amazing.
And then we just bring Wooks in and rename Let Me Solo Her.
Yes, just call it Wooks.